Hello there. Today we are going to talk about the passive causative, or things I have done. Let's take a look. Here is an example situation when you would use the passive causative. For example, I had my hair cut. Another example might be we had our walls painted. Well, let's take a look at the general form of this type of sentence, and then we'll look at the function, and finally we'll do a little exercise. Okay, the sentence form. I got my hair cut. So I is our subject, and it doesn't do the action. So in that sense, it is a passive sentence. Next we have had or got. And this is followed by an object. And note in this particular kind of sentence, the object receives the action. And finally, cut is the past participle. So let's review that one more time. I is the subject that doesn't do the action. Got goes next with had or got. And then we have the object, in this case my hair, and remember it receives the action. And finally we have the past participle cut. Let's look at some question forms, and we'll take these step by step from the basic sentence form that we just looked at. So, I got my hair cut. So if you want to make this a yes or no question, we would just add did out front, and remember did will take the tense, so get is in the base form here. Did you get your hair cut? And if you want to make it a WH or information question, just add the WH to the front of that question. When did you get your hair cut? Let's take a look at the next example. This is in a different tense, in the present perfect tense. We've had our walls painted. Okay. So to make this particular sentence a question, a yes or no question, we would say, have you had your walls painted? So the auxiliary would go out front in front of the subject here. If we want to make that a WH or information question, we would just add the WH word out at the beginning of the sentence. Why have you had your walls painted? Okay, and we can have many different tenses with the passive causative. We can use it in future constructions. For example, I'm going to get my hair cut. That would be the future with be going to. You can make this into a yes or no question by adding the auxiliary are at the beginning. Are you going to get your hair cut? And then just add a WH out front. When are you going to get your hair cut? Okay, easy enough. Let's look at the functions of the passive causative. In this use of this grammar, someone, usually in authority, has work done for them. So, for example, the police sergeant had the man arrested, or the president had the law changed. Here, someone usually pays someone else or uses their power to get someone else to do work they'd rather not do. Another example might be the millionaire had his house remodeled. Okay, so let's get into some exercises. Here is our first sentence. Please try a sentence or a question. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try a question, but go ahead and try to make a sentence based on this picture using the passive causative. And of course you can pause or take your time to write your sentence. But for now, let's move on to picture 2. Okay, very clean house. Okay, so maybe you can write a passive causative sentence for this picture as well. Next one. And you may or may not want to include the elephants in this picture. And next, they are cutting the grass. And that's it.